going to happen, and I can't understand it. I don't know how that happens. I don't know why they would go that route. I'm not sure. But I like the diversity. I like the diversity in the NBA, and the Celtics aren't as scary as they were last year. James Posey, P.J. Brown has a lot to do with that. And, you know, I'm not going to tell you that because when the Lakers beat the Celtics on Christmas, they exposed them. No, no. I mean, they lost to the Warriors on the road. They lost to Portland on the road. They lost to Charlotte now on the road. They lost tonight against Houston at home. It's a different team. It's not the Lakers exposed them. They're not feeling good about themselves right now, sure. But in a 7-game series, they beat the Houston Rockets. They beat the Charlotte Bobcats. They beat the Golden State Warriors. They beat the Portland Blazers. This isn't an upset league, folks. Remember that. Nobody's upsetting nobody in the playoffs. You have the one that sneaks up on you in the first round, you know, the whole Golden State Warrior, Dallas Mavericks series. That's going to happen. A team that runs up and down and scores 170 points a game, you know, sooner or later you're going to win a series, but not a championship. At the end of the day, a lockdown defense will beat you time and time again. I promise. So don't get all excited about the Boston Celtics struggling. They're going to get there. You like it or you don't. NFL playoffs last year, as we mentioned, the Colts, they lost to San Diego, 23-17. Tony Dungy, not sure. I'm not sure what's going to happen there. We got an update from Elwood, and Elwood said that they're going to give him a couple weeks to see what he's going to do. You know, either way, listen, if Tony Dungy comes back, does it really, does it get you excited in Indy? And if he doesn't, do you go after a guy like Shanahan? Or give a call to Bill Cowher, even though he says he doesn't want to come back? I mean, you coach a guy like Peyton Manning, and that's got to get you giddy inside. It has to. Peyton Manning is a seller for any team, any coach, any GM. When you got Peyton Manning as your starting quarterback, I don't care who you are, you're going to want to be a part of it some way, somehow. So they wouldn't have any issues hiring top-notch head coach out there in Indy. I don't think Tony Dungy is the guy. Way too nice of a dude, man. Way too nice of a dude. San Diego goes down to Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh favored by 6 points in that game. San Diego's got some success against Pittsburgh. 3-0 in the playoffs. 0-12 in the regular season. You know, I mean, after that stat, how are you supposed to pick? How are you supposed to pick that game? Ben Roethlisberger has a concussion. They say he's okay. I think an 80% Ben Roethlisberger kind of gets it done in Pittsburgh against the Chargers. Chargers are hot. I'm not sure what they do in that weather, though. I don't know if Darren Sproles goes off like he did against Indianapolis. Yeah, he went off, 105 yards, rushing yards. It's okay. It's good. It's good. But, you know, it's a little bit more physical of a group in Pittsburgh. So I'm not going to go out and tell you that San Diego's going to win this game. And I said the same thing against Indianapolis. So, you know, take it for what it's worth. I just think Pittsburgh at the end of the day is a better team with a better coach. That's all there is to it. And I'll take a better quarterback and a better coach. You know, that's kind of the one thing I think of. When I go through, you know, who I take, I'm going back and forth with the game. I look at the coach. And I look at the quarterback. I take Ben Roethlisberger and Mike Tomlin over Norv Turner and Phillip Rivers any day of the week. I like those guys. Intense dudes. 6 points? I'm not sure. I'm not sure. I don't know what San Diego Chargers team shows up. Is it the team that showed up the last 5 weeks, or is it the team that showed up before that? You know, I don't know. I don't know what's. I don't have a clue. You know how many friends have asked me? I've gotten emails as well. Mike, who's going to win the Super Bowl this year? I have no clue. I have no clue. I have no way of answering that question. I don't. I'm not going to be the guy over here. Oh, the Carolina Panthers. Oh yeah, the Carolina Panthers go win the Super Bowl. No, I'm not. I'm not going to go out there and tell you that, because I let you know that I'm a very realistic guy, and I'm not going to just go out there so people can go out and talk about me. Not that kind of guy. If I'm sure about something, I will come out and tell you. I'm not sure what's going to happen this year in the NFL. I don't know. I don't know. I mean, the San Diego Chargers can get there. Why not? That's the way this year's been going. Why not the Arizona Cardinals and the San Diego Chargers? Huh? Why not? That's the way this year's gone. The Cardinals going into Carolina. Carolina favored by 10 points. I think I like Carolina coming out of the NFC. I do. I like them. Giants having home field advantage does a lot for them, though. So that is a difference maker. But Carolina's physical. Nobody talks about Carolina. Nobody talked about Carolina the entire year. I like Carolina a lot. So we look out for that. Look out for the Carolina Panthers in the NFC. The Cardinals are going to get their butts handed to them in Carolina. Carolina favored by 10. I don't see the Panthers, first off, losing that game and not covering that spread 10. Right? I mean, I got to go with Carolina there at 10. Ravens and the Tennessee Titans. Such an interesting game. I like this game a lot, actually. Two physical teams going at it. And the Baltimore Ravens. Who wants to play the Baltimore Ravens in that defense? Nobody. You take any AFC team that raises their hand and says, I want to play Ray Lewis in that defense. Shoot, Ed Reed, how many votes did Ed Reed get for the MVP award? He had to have gotten some, right? The guy's all over the place. The guy was a stud this year on the defense. Best cornerback in the league by far. By the way, did you see the awards this year? The AP Rookie of the Year was Matt Ryan. The MVP award went to Peyton Manning. And there were two more awards. I can't think of them right now. But all four of those awards went out, and all four of their teams are now out of the playoffs. So, I'm not saying those awards don't mean anything, but at the end of the day, I think I take those awards away, and I like to win the big one. Go out and win that big Super Bowl award. How about that one? The Ravens are under dog in Tennessee by 3 points. Flacco is going to do his thing out there. The Tennessee Titans, they got Chris Johnson and they got Lendale White, and yeah. Put 8 guys in the box, what Baltimore is going to do, and they won't have any success. This game goes either way. Tennessee wins, Baltimore wins. I'm not surprised either way. But at 3 points, I like Baltimore a lot. I take Baltimore all day long at 3 points in Tennessee. Good team in Baltimore, man. They are so physical defensively. Ray Lewis gets his guys going. I'm all over Baltimore there. Philadelphia at New York. Giants favored by 4 points. The Eagles are so hot in the NFC. They're feeling so good about themselves. They win a big game in Minnesota. A big game in Minnesota. And the Giants, with a week off, a completely different team when Plaxico Burress did his thing. Eli Manning don't have that guy to throw to anymore. When he's in trouble, he had that 6'8" guy to throw to. Not anymore. That offense is completely different now. Not sure who shows up there. I don't know. I mean, the Eagles, they got a good chance to win this game, believe it or not. The Eagles got in by a miracle. I mean, do you just love sports? Sports, does it get any better than this? A team that barely got there. They need a miracle from the Raiders and the Houston Texans. They are now in the second round of the NFL playoffs. The Denver Broncos had that division wrapped up. The San Diego Chargers were 4 games out with 4 weeks to go. They are now in the playoffs, and they are now going to Pittsburgh in the second round of the NFL playoffs.